Hey everyone, it's me Doomlink and welcome back finally to Joke Weapon Roulette. Some of you may not even know this series, I really don't know. Because of course this is not a series that I often upload to. This is only the third part and I think I've been technically been doing this series for maybe 4 months, 5 months, something like that. But yeah, I think it's been maybe 2 months or so since I last recorded for it, and the reason why I don't record it often, and I've said this in my Generations Ultimate recordings in the Doomlink's Live Hunt series, it's because I don't always feel like using a specific weapon that would, for instance, as this series is, I guess, organized, select a weapon through a wheel being spun, and then be forced to use that. It's not always something that I'm in the mood to do. And I think you would agree that generally when you come in and play the game, you'd rather just pick some random weapon that at least will work with an actual elemental weakness that a monster might have in the quest that you're going up against it in. But in the case of Joke Weapon Roulette, sometimes I will have a weapon that does not fit the elemental weakness of the monster in question, so yeah, not always in the mood, but I'm in the mood today, especially since I just got back from a holiday, which I think I did mention. Well, I did definitely mention it, but I only mentioned it, I think, in 2 videos that I recorded. You might not have seen those videos. And of course, anyone who watches my Discord, or is on my Discord, I should say, will also know because I let people know there. So we're about to find out. Oh my god. So it's gone and selected the thumbnail for my last live stream. I got a little bit excited. If you guys see a Demon Souls thumbnail for this recording, don't freak out. It's because I thought finally my thumbnail had returned to a default because one had not already been selected. I got all excited. I thought suddenly it was going to do another screen capture of what's going on during the live stream while recording it. No, that is sadly not happening. So what that means is that I will have to continue uploading custom thumbnails, and I don't believe that I can upload a thumbnail while live, although I could try. But yeah, it didn't say that anything had been uploaded, so I thought it was going to assume that obviously none had been uploaded, but in actual fact, no, there is... it uses the last thumbnail still, so that's really frustrating. I can't even upload it here. Anyway, yes, I will of course be getting ready. I'll be equipping my Joke Weapon Roulette armor set momentarily. I just would like to try and get this this thumbnail organized. I sent through my PC, which is a little harder because it's harder to refer to you guys because my PC's over there. But hopefully this will... Oh great. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video bandwidth. Okay. According to OBS, it's perfectly fine, so I've got no idea if it's affecting you. If it looks weird, just blame YouTube. If anything goes wrong, don't blame me. You can possibly blame OBS if you want, but generally, just blame YouTube, because it's a really, really finicky joke of a platform, we'll call it. Okay. There we go. We have a thumbnail updated, and I will go, and it still says, okay, so I've got an error in my stream dashboard. It says, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. What is that supposed to fucking mean? Nothing is different now than what it has been in the past, so I do wonder what that is supposed to mean. Like, in the sense that I'm streaming at the speed that I normally stream at, wasn't a problem in the past, so guess what that means? YouTube is the issue, not me, so... Who would have thought? Okay, let's go and equip the set here, may as well, seeing as though this is where we are standing. And of course the set is a little bit silly, it's supposed to be silly. This is it here. You can see that I've got a gargoyle head and the... Well, I suppose it's called the criminal set, isn't it? Let's see what it's called. I believe it is, yes. Criminal suit, and then all the respective pieces. I believe that there is no waist piece, so as you can see, momentarily I'm using the chakra waistlet, which of course began in Tri, That was a Rarity 7 armor piece. The idea of it being that it was 3 slots. In this game, they give you 1 slot. I don't really get it. Anyway, we'll see if that thumbnail is updated. My hope is that it has. At the moment, it hasn't fucking updated, so thanks YouTube again for making everything oh so difficult. Things that should be simple are indeed not. So it's a little frustrating, but life goes on, doesn't it? Okay. So we will momentarily get the wheel on the screen, and we will select our first weapon. I only have this equipped because this is what happens to be equipped on the set. Do not expect Hammergeddon to be used first off. But what I'm going to do is select the weapon before I'm in the room, so that way I can maybe tailor the hunt that I'm going to do to the weapon. I'd like to at least be able to do that once, but we'll see what happens anyway. What have we got? Ah, premium hairblade. That's going to be a water weapon, I believe. Okay. It's a little bit awkward. I haven't done that for a while, so it's not as quick and on the ball as it used to be. So we will equip the premium hairblade, or hairtail. It was called hairtail something or other in the past. But, yeah, it has existed in the series for a while. We've definitely used it on camera before. Here it is, premium hairblade. And it is a water longsword, so we'll see what happens. This is joke weapon number 1, but don't create a fucking room. It's good to connect anyway, but I didn't want to connect to my own room. Okay, so we will search hunts, we will... well, I probably don't want to limit it to 13, that might be going a bit far. Because again, I'm probably not going to want to enter high-level rooms where people are doing high-level quests if I'm using a joke weapon. Some joke weapons are really good damage-wise, others not so much. And definitely I don't want to be using the totally wrong element if it's a serious quest, so... yeah, we've got Dread King EX. I think Dread King might be a little weak to water, because I think he's more flamey, or I could be entirely wrong. I don't know Dread King's weaknesses, if they are different to regular Rathalos. So, we could go to recruiting, a bone to pick. Don't think so. Astalos is not really weak to water. Laggy, obviously not weak to water. Black Fatalis. Why are there so many? There are a lot of monsters that these guys want to hunt, but none of them are weak to water. EX turns, the guy's crying. I'd be crying too, really, if I had to do EX hunts. Some people, can you believe it, some people actually consider that their endgame. I guarantee you if you make an EX room, not EX turns, but just EX for a specific monster, you'll get super high level people pouring in, because it's as if they've got nothing else better to do with their time in the game at that point. It's like, everything's so easy, I must hunt EX versions of everything. That's pretty much how it is now, it's really odd. Whereas for me, I'm happy to hunt anything, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, actually enjoying the game. But, of course we're not going to be doing this. We did that in our last live hunts recording, I believe, or was it second to last? Maybe my last live hunts was in 3 Ultimate, that sounds about right. Hunt for fun. Hellblade G4. Hunt for fun, you're doing Hellblade G4? Oh god. There's nothing fun about Hellblade, especially not at G4 level. Dread King G4, you can see a lot of people are doing Deviants. Taking turns. Okay, we'll just join this. I mean, as you guys are aware, in the other recordings of this series, I was trying to get into key quest rooms just because it would be low-level G-rank stuff, and I'd be more comfortable using something weak in that situation, but if I do that, and I've said this before in this series, if I do that for too many recordings, we're only going to be repeating quests, because it's a smaller quest pool at that point. They'll end up being repeats, and it's not going to be too terribly fun. Sonic.exe. That's a very interesting name for a person. I was expecting something like Sanic.exe. Yeah, I remember the days of Sonic the Hedgehog. What was that, 2012 or so? Of course, it was another one of those things that was part of an enclosed meme community, and then it hit Facebook or Reddit or something, and then Everyone thought it was so funny that he was drawn funny and his name was spelt wrong, and then, yeah, sort of ruined the joke, but that was basically every meme. Entering into 2012, 2013, when the enclosed communities like 4chan, for example, became, well, they didn't necessarily open the floodgates to the average person on the internet, but it definitely became more popular, so those communities died, and all the memes died too. It was a sad time. Sad time. So we are hunting... Oh, what am I... Again, bad habits die hard. I was going to change my equipment to something that would be appropriate to this monster. In actual fact, no, we are using the fucking premium hairtail blade, even though this monster is in no way weak to water, as far as I'm aware. So that's a little awkward, but that is the nature of joke weapon roulette. We must use whatever weapon appears in the wheel. So we will use exchanger, get exchanger, yeah. We will be using it, but we need to get it first. So that was our task in that moment. And we didn't even fucking get it. Well, fuck you too. We've got feline feet. Prevents you from getting knocked on your butt. Okay. Ozanto, would you like to maybe join? Or something? How's our set going? So, as you can tell, very general use armor set. It is possible to get to attack up large, depending on what weapon you have. If it's a 3-slot weapon, you can just throw an attack talisman in there, attack decoration, and it has to specifically be attack 3. You don't throw talismans in weapons, by the way, just in case you weren't aware, just in case you needed that additional piece of information, in case you got confused. No, that's not something you can do. At this point, I am getting a little concerned about the thumbnail. I really don't want to have Demon Souls be in the fucking thumbnail. Again, YouTube tricked me. I got all excited, I thought that I wasn't going to need to set a custom thumbnail anymore, and then, no, it went and pulled the thumbnail from my... Hey, it's updated, hallelujah. I'm happy to see. Menace... Menace? Oh, yeah, you were there the entire time, I'm confused. So, Aki is the person who just joined the room. Hello, Aki! I don't even know how to say your name. Hey Ron, good to see you. I'm gonna get a drink. Oh, I don't even have... Oh dear, that's a problem. I don't have my, my Crystal Glen can at the moment. As in, it's not... I mean, if I were to get it, it would be awkward. I suppose I could do that. I mean, I am desperate enough to take drastic measures to get that thing. I don't want a 3-man when I'm using this. I mean, damage-wise, it's not terrible, but you can see the idea of this weapon is to deal lots of elemental damage, and if you're fighting a monster that doesn't have that specific elemental weakness, it doesn't work so well. Yeah, it's been a while since I last went live, Ilias, because I was on holiday, and because not everyone watches all of my videos, and not everyone is on my Discord, not everyone can know that I'm going on holiday, but I'm back now, and I will be recording fairly frequently, or at least as frequently as I was in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and get that Crystal Glen can so that I can pour myself a drink. I'm not going to drink it out of a regular crystal tumbler. I really don't feel like that would be appropriate. Mason is here. Holy shit, I need to get it now. One moment. It's actually behind my green screen. You'll be able to hear me. You'll be able to hear the chaos that goes on. Actually, it doesn't sound too chaotic. Because it's not. Okay, whoa. Not that you can see, but my green screen was about to fall on me. Hopefully it doesn't do that while I'm recording and like facing this way, because it's a bit awkward when you're just sitting here and then a green screen topples on your head. It would be, yeah, unideal, but anyway. I think we're ready to go. Again, there's not too much, it's not too much preparation time for me. Same armor set, weapon pre-selected. I hope everyone readied up. Oh, damn it. Ugh. Okay. Heaven and hell. Mostly hell in our case. Oh shit, not a great place to spawn. Who's pinging? Oh, I've got high-grade earplugs, I don't need to be diving around the place. Okay, this is the first time I've played a video game in 5 days, guys, so cut me some slack if you wouldn't mind. Can this Remobra get out of here? Although he did help me out because I was able to charge up my longsword a little bit. Okay, I know what you're up to. You can keep away from me. I'm glad that they don't use the width of his wings as like an offensive zone. I guess, don't know how else to refer to that. You know what I mean when I say that. The wings just sort of spread out and they're just there, you know. You don't have to worry about them hitting you as he's going forward like that. But my point is, they could have done it that way. Whew. That was a little close, wasn't it? Too close for comfort, as they say. I'm definitely not comfortable. Bringing the mic a little closer. Absolute Readiness is available. I have Absolute Readiness and Arisen Phoenix here for obvious reasons. This armor set is designed to use any weapon type pretty much as long as it's Blade Master, so therefore I do not have weapon type specific Hunter Arts, I just have generic Hunter Arts that can be used with any weapon type. Look at that. All planned, guys, all planned. Didn't take a single hit because I'm just that adroit, you see. Alright, let's hit that face. Okay, stuck in a spirit combo that I don't want to be stuck in. Let's get out of it. I'm not going to sharpen because that would be stupid. If you guys remember what my sharpness level was for this weapon, you would know that I had a tiny sliver of white. So that would be a great way to waste my time, sharpening up to white every single time I went down to blue. You know, I did Absolute Readiness in that moment, but I accidentally jumped off that little ledge and was airborne, and you can't do a Hunter Art while in the air. So that's one of the biggest issues with verticality that those of us who played the older generations of Monster Hunter and then picked up 4 Ultimate for the first time, well, that was one of the issues that we noticed immediately. It was the fact that you can just be running around the monster in a confrontation zone, and all of a sudden, you're in the air. You might need to dive, you might need to evade in some way, but you can't because in that moment that you need to move, you are airborne. And you had no intention of being airborne, you were just running and suddenly you jumped off a ledge. Now, that's something that I suppose I've gotten used to at this point, but back when 4 Ultimate first came out, major problem. And the same issue presented itself here, where I was wanting to use Absolute Readiness to get out of the way of this guy's attack, and I was airborne because I was on a ledge. So, yeah, took a hit, and a heavy hit at that. But that's not to say that verticality is not a good thing. I think verticality is a great thing, actually. But it does mean that there are issues, and if anything, it's alright because it means you need to be aware of your surroundings. It's not something that I think is bad. I don't think it's even a negative aspect of a good evolution. I think it's just something that you need to pay more attention to. It was difficult at first, is what I'm trying to say. Hello, Jenny. Good to see you. It was important for me to do Monster Hunter when I got back because I wouldn't have uploaded anything for 5 days and I hadn't. So I thought that it would make sense to record something that would fit my viewer base in the sense that more people would watch it. Better for the algorithm, better for YouTube. Not that I really want to please YouTube, but I suppose I have to some degree, don't I? Uh-oh. I was not expecting a second one of those. That was a little bit concerning. I do have Absolute Readiness ready. Sharpen my weapon up a little bit. I just wanted to do that in case he was doing something strange. I was in a bit of an awkward position there. Alrighty, can finally drink. Didn't see where he flew. I regret to inform you, in case you were wondering. But I can guess he went in this direction? I hope so. I mean, they're probably going to follow me, thinking I know where I'm going. Because I'm the highest hunter rank, I'm like 704. Meanwhile, I don't know the rotations of this monster. Yeah, I had a feeling it was over here. I've fought him before. Not that many times, but every time I've fought him, he's gone over here. But the point is that the way a monster rotates through a map is health dependent. Once you hit a certain health threshold, he'll go in one direction or another. So just because every time I fought him he's gone this way, doesn't mean he's going to do that this time, because maybe we've done less damage than I had in the past, so that would result in him going somewhere else entirely. I just really didn't know. But fortunately, I got it right. You can see I'm actually bouncing off the wing here. I can imagine Resident Evil 2 receiving mods that would pretty much create a new game. The older the game, the more drastic the mods can change the game. Then again, Skyrim has some pretty unbelievable mods. I remember seeing some time ago, not that Resident Evil 2 and Skyrim are in any way comparable, I'm just saying that it reminds me of Skyrim in the sense, well, what I was meaning to say was that Skyrim is only like 9 years old. Well, getting on 10 years now, shit. Not quite yet, it will be, it's more like 9 years, admittedly, but regardless, I was just thinking that, yeah, Skyrim's not that old yet, there are some pretty incredible mods for it, but then that leads me down to this topic of conversation, which is, I saw a Dark Souls mod for Skyrim that is just so silly yet so great. I would never bother installing mods for Skyrim that would change the game to the point where it feels like I'm playing a Souls-like, but it was pretty funny. I saw it and it entertained me a lot. Arisen Phoenix is, I believe, it's not worth using unless you're ailed by something, you know. And we're doing quite alright, so I'm not going to use it. I believe it gives you health up, I believe it removes abnormal status effects, and possibly blights as well. And we don't really need to do that right now. I'd say this fucking monster would be dead already if I had a weapon that wasn't a joke. But what are we doing? Joke weapon roulette, which means that we'll be using a joke weapon. But again, admittedly, not all weapons are bad in the joke weapon roulette. Roulette. I'm trying to take a drink, fuck off. Just slowly keeping away from him. Uh-oh. Looks like Acher. We're gonna call him Acher. He's yellow player. It seems that he has shouts for his hunter arts that actually mimic the name of the hunter. Oh! That was really stupid. I suppose because I was about to make fun of this guy. Acher. Basically, he's got, what was that again? It was Moonlight Slash. It's so funny because if you think about it, there are some people who use the shout system in the same way that Rise will use the call-out system for the hunters. In other words, while I find people's custom shouts where they have an action that they do, like for a hunter art, and they have a specific message for it, sometimes you see the really cringy ones, much like what you would hear a hunter say in Rise, something like, "This'll finish you off," or something like that. Now, what that means is that there's a fucking market for it. There are going to be people who want that. It's going to help with their immersion or something. They will be further immersed in the experience of hunting if they can hear our hunter go. I can't even think of an example other than what I said before. Let's think. Take this! Something like that. It sounds like a fucking... sounds like a joke, you know, but again, my point is that some people might actually want that, which is a weird thought, but yeah, from what I can tell, based on the people's use of auto shouts in this game, yeah, I think plenty of people will be keeping that on. I'll be turning it off immediately, but... oh, the monster's down there. Silly Doomlink, who doesn't know the rotation of the monster. Admittedly, I wasn't even in the room when he left, but... it'd be nice if I could pay attention to my teammates and where they're going. It's kind of the first step to hunting with teammates. Pay attention to them. If they are going in a group, for fuck's sake, I'm being so stupid. I'm being an idiot who doesn't apparently know how this fucking map works. They're probably like, what's this Lord Zor guy doing? Isn't he hunter rank 700? Why is he lost? Good fucking question. The answer, I regret to say, is not a simple one. Because really, I mean, you know, had I just continued going in that direction, I would have gotten there faster than backtracking to Area 6 and going there. But whatever. We made it anyway. As long as we fucking made it, that's what's important. I feel so ineffectual, I really do. Most of these guys are pretty well organized, but I'm using a joke weapon that is not appropriate for this hunt. So, there you go. Can we be done with this already so I can change to something else? Weapons such as these that obviously focus heavily on elemental damage, and then I'm hunting something that's not elementally weak to said element, doesn't leave me feeling very comfortable with the hunt. It's not that I feel like I need to match a certain standard that is attributed to me based on my hunter rank. I don't really care about that, because I'm a guild hunter. I'm not going to be doing as much as other people of my hunter rank anyway, because I don't use the broken hunter art. But just as a person hunting in a team, it doesn't feel right to be using something that's just outright wrong. So, oh, how did that hit me? That's a bit annoying. I could always use a Risen Phoenix. Oh shit, that would have been a little nasty. Let's use a Risen Phoenix because I like thrusting my arms in the air like a weirdo. Let's do it. Yeah! So that basically removes my frenzy build-up. No! I nearly got it, well, I nearly received more frenzy build-up immediately. Okay, now that we're in green sharpness, it is time to sharpen. That I will not deny. I'm not going to use absolute readiness for it because it's only a mini sharpen. It might be something equivalent to, say, the Serigio's weapon sharpen upon rolls. So, or it might be more than that. I would guess that it's more than that. But what I mean is that it's only a mini sharpen. In most cases, it probably won't increase the sharpness level of your weapon. I was really hoping. I was really hoping that I would have been doing enough physical damage here. Well, I kind of am. 340 isn't terrible. Maybe the team just sucks. I mean, I definitely haven't been doing amazingly, but yeah, I was kind of hoping for a faster hunt, to be honest, if it's 4 versus this fucking... Oh my god. Let's not fuck this up. Okay, good. 2 deaths would be beyond not okay. It would be just totally and utterly unforgivable, for the reason that I just really shouldn't be struggling against a chaotic Gore Magala. And I'm not really, it's just that I did die, and I guess my excuse is that I'm rusty. There you go. I need to warm up. Shake the rust off a bit, and you guys are like, oh, come on, Doomling. Don't be so dramatic. You haven't played a video game in 5 days and suddenly you're gonna use that as an excuse to die stupidly? Well, yes, because I'm one of those people that can very quickly lose their edge, we'll say. It's probably because I'm not a very gamer-minded person. I came to realize that I'm not much of a gamer-minded person in the sense that, you know, I'm not naturally good at video games. I came to realize it when well, the guy who I tried to get into the Souls series and in Monster Hunter, into the Monster Hunter series, at one point, back in the early part of the previous decade, I realized, well shit, this guy can pick up a game for the first time and do really well at it, meanwhile I need to take some time to learn it. So I realized, compared to some people at least, I'm not the most gamer-minded. I don't even know if that's the right way to refer to it. Oh, no, not 17 minutes, I've been streaming for 28. It might be 17 because maybe YouTube shut itself or something, I don't know. It's not necessarily late for my streaming standards. I would say that maybe as of recently it's a little late, but there are times when I start streaming at around this time as well. So, when I can, I do like to stream earlier for the benefit of my European and US viewers. More so for the European viewers because they have an even more awkward time zone for the Australian time zone as compared to the US. So I have to be really fucking careful right now. I do have absolute readiness. Whoa. Look, I unfortunately cannot say anything at this point because I contributed to this. I died stupidly as well. Now, what's insane is that we must have been so fucking close to killing him and we still failed. Now, I'm in a position where not only did I die stupidly, but here I am using a joke weapon, not really properly contributing to the hunt. So, it's awkward. It's awkward. So, yeah, anyway. Of course, if you look at the lineup of players right here, 71, 68, 211, 704, they would expect me to contribute more than I have. And because I know, when you have a high hunter rank person in the room, you expect that they're going to carry the team to some extent. I did not do that, because, again, not decked out in what I need to be effective. So, a little awkward, but whatever. My guess is that they'll probably want to do the same hunt again, or they can just leave. That's a real shame. What a bad attitude. Right. Bad attitude. But I guess I brought it upon myself. Well, that was a bit of an unsuccessful first attempt. Or first hunt anyway in this recording. Left kick. What? Ukanlos. Okay. Well, what we'll do, because we're in a position where we're not in a room currently, we will select our next weapon. What have we got? Oh, I know that. that is very funny. It's, I suppose, in a way comparable to the plunger, in the sense that it's a sort of a household item as a weapon. It's kind of funny. It's well, I'll show you what it is if you haven't seen it. It's quite entertaining, actually. I'm glad you like the gargle head. I can't remember I think it's ice, I think is what the, that weapon is. I've actually forgot the name of it now, but, yeah, it's a broom, okay? It's a broom for an insect glaive. So, it's quite funny. Jesus, deviant turns. How about no? Imagine if I walked in there with one of my joke sets. They probably wouldn't appreciate it. If you're huntering 999, you probably take the game too seriously anyway. Dread King Ratha. Sounds very Australian. Ratha. Yeah, let's go hunt a Ratha. Hunt a Ratha, mate. Recruiting? Yeah, let's just, I mean, shit. If you're not going to tell me what you're hunting, then maybe I'll have some luck getting something decent. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's get that weapon on the go, shall we? Divina and Oka. Okay! I happen to be extraordinarily hilarious. Okay, so it's Filth Abolisher, that's what it's called. So, this is it here. And fortunately, this is one of the weapons that I can get attack up large with, because indeed it does have 3 slots. And because this is not something that I would use with any other armor set, I'm happy to just slot that attack jewel 3 in that weapon and just leave it in there. So yeah, you can see I'm doing very well for damage right here. We've got 325 on as our end raw attack, with Challenger +2 and Sharpness +2 as well. So that's good. We'll see what our hunt is going to be. I've got no idea. It seems that they're a little bit shy in posting their quests. Hello, Davina. Or Devina. What's with the fucking weapon? Is that a joke? Your hunter rank 182, not 82. Even at 82, that would not be acceptable. I hope that he's just equipping it for the sake of it. And not, again, with the intention of actually hunting with it, because it's not good. I mean, if you're going to go raw only, there are weapons that do 100 true raw more than that. So I suppose we're going to find out. Okay, I'm just keeping track of the lighting because it is very dark outside, so I'm going to fix my chroma key. Yeah, that's good. I'd say okay. Still getting just a touch bit of or just a touch of natural light outside. Let's not say a touch bit. That's, in other words, it would be like the phrase little bit, but touch bit instead, but it doesn't fucking sound right, so I'd rather say a little bit of, or a touch of, not a touch bit. That sounds stupid. English lessons with Doodling. How to speak English without sounding like a fucking idiot. That's what it's like whenever you watch me, I'll tell you what. How not to speak English. But it's sort of how to speak English and how to not, simultaneously. I am rather enigmatic in that way. Are we fucking doing something? I mean, guys, I'm here to hunt whatever you want to hunt, clearly. Look at what I'm fucking using. You think I'm ready to just do my own quest here? Clearly not. Okay. We finally got a quest on the board. What have we got? The next stage of Evolution. This is indeed a key quest, and shockingly, I'm elementally appropriate, at least for one of the monsters, so this is great. This is just a delight. It's a little bit overkill in the sense that very low level G rank, but I don't care. I just want to use the weapon and show off its stupid design. That's the entire point of this series, you see. I would not mind Exchanger if you have it, but I wouldn't. I would not inconvenience you. Only offer me Exchanger if it's not too much trouble. It seems that I've not been offered it. But we do have Game Changer, maybe we'll get a Devil Joe. No, of course, Game Changer only works if there is potential for a monster invasion. It seems for this quest there is not one. You can see if there's potential if it says unstable with a question mark. In... well, I've told this story before. But in 3 Ultimate, first time I played 3 Ultimate, 2013, I recorded my first time launching the game. And, I don't know, I guess I was just not paying attention or not thinking straight. But I saw the unstable icon and it said danger, but it had split the word into 2 separate words, which was D-A-N-G-E-R, so D-A-N at the top and then G-E-R at the bottom. And it was like, Dan Gur. Who's Dan Gur? I was like, why would there be a Dan Gur monster? I was sort of joking about it as well, like I didn't actually think there was a monster called Dan Gur, but that didn't really make it any better because I didn't realise that it said danger. You see, I was sort of jokingly being like, wow, who's Dan Gur? I guess we're going to be hunting Dan Gur as well in this quest. Yeah, you know. But even though I wasn't serious, it was embarrassing that I didn't know that it was danger. So I tell the story tentatively. But, yes, that happened. Spoiler alert, there is no monster in 3 Ultimate called Dan Gur, by the way. Davina, are you fucking kidding me right now? You think this is funny? Like, I don't have the patience for this. I haven't. I'm live. I want to get in the hunt ASAP. I've told my Dan Gur story, you can get your fucking stupid ass off that bench, ready up, and then we can go. It's like waiting for the rapture. If I were to ready up, Oka would depart, but I don't really want a 2-man. It's not a difficult quest, I know that, but I'd be happier if we could 3-man. 4-man? Too much. But 3 would be ideal. But if you're going to pull this, Devina, we'll say Devina, then we're just going to depart without you probably, because I think Oka is not going to wait for you. He probably thinks I'm going to contribute a lot to this hunt, because of what I have equipped. Don't expect too much. Don't expect too much. Can you... like, all I'm here for is to hunt whatever you want to hunt. Don't put in jeopardy my assistance. In the sense that, like, I'm gonna stop helping you if you don't fucking depart. I'm gonna leave in the interest of actually hunting something. Shock horror. Imagine actually wanting to hunt something. It's becoming a bit bright outside. Go. Again, normally I wouldn't care, I really wouldn't. But if I'm live, I like to reduce downtime as much as I can. Alright, you got 60 seconds. 60 seconds on the clock. Let's go, okay. I mean, if I told him that he's got 60 seconds to depart, he would do it, but I don't want to be that guy. Because if I were to go so far as to tell him that, it would be a bit stuck up. You know? The difference between thinking something and doing something, well then again, that doesn't really apply because I'm about to do it anyway. Let's say he's got 15 seconds left. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm very sorry, but you're gonna have to wait for Davina without me. I mean, they might be friends, but I need to know what's going on. If you're friends and this person's going to be back in a minute or two, great. But if some random is going to be back in 10 minutes, then I'm not going to sit there waiting. Savage Joe Farm. So again, we're doing ice damage, so if we do see a monster on offer that's weak to ice, doesn't matter how strong it is, we'll go for it. Hey! Thunderlord. They probably wouldn't be impressed with me going in there with this set anyway. Oh, I remember Suckmon. It's hard to forget a name like Suckmon. Saddest thing about that is that it's probably his real life name. But it's hard to forget a name like Suckmon. Suck me. Okay, so Charmin Farmin, is that supposed to be fun? Carcos. Gank Crew. Well, by the definition of gank, every hunt is a gank, isn't it? Unless you're two-manning. Okay. Special. Oh, Rust Razor Senator. What's special about that? I'm confused. Special? Chinese room. Okay, we'll join Chinese room. Again, doesn't matter if something's put on the board that does not have an ice weakness, we're going to be using this thing, so if someone wants to complain, tough titties. Well, I suppose they could just kick me, couldn't they? But that would be strange to do. I'm not going to be doing 0 damage, I'm going to be doing something. So just fucking transmit the data. It's because they're from China. Okay, what are we hunting? Elder J and Limei. Uragan Grief, well, shock horror. This is actually something that's reasonably weak to ice. Not extremely, but sufficiently, I would say. You're checking out my set? Okay. Enjoy. Get a load of that. Well, Elder J, what might you be using? Orcus Quarkus? It's very creative of you. How about you? About as creative. It's good to see. Can you... You know, I'm just going to relax. I'm not going to... Guild... Oh, that was the fastest guild card registration in the history of Monster Hunter. Just in case you wanted to know. I was going to say I'm not going to stress Elder J to join because, you know, he might have been immediately getting something else organised. I think he was. I don't think he had the heavy bow gun equipped when I entered the room, so take it easy, Doomley. It's getting brighter outside, but it's not. It's so bright that it's fucking up the chroma key. Or at least, you know, causing me to stop existing. Are you fucking kidding me? I do not have cool drinks. What? This is a rare moment, ladies and gentlemen. I do not have cool drinks. What the fuck? I almost always have cool drinks because I make it a point to always have both drinks in my inventory, but apparently I've been negligent. This is not a good recording. We've failed one hunt. We've been unable to get into a room for like 15 minutes to use this weapon. And here I am finally in the hunt and I don't have a fucking cool drink. That's just ridiculous. Oh well. Hopefully this will be done nice and quickly. Well, if this guy's using Orcus Quarkus, then it will be, I suppose. There's no question as to whether or not it will be over soon. I will go for a single mount, even though I don't have Mountain Master. I can live with that. It'll take a little while, but that's life, isn't it? Can you just stay in one fucking place? Or at least in enough of one place for me to get my colours, or at least hit you. One of those two things would work rather well for me. Don't know where white is, I think it's the front hands. Yep. Oh. Yeah, let's just take this as an opportunity to do my mounting attacks, why not? Oh, wrong direction. If I could do a mount out of this, that would be just delightful, wouldn't it? Oh, that's a trap. I like the trap out of the paralysis, but I don't want to interrupt the trap, so I'm going to do some damage here instead. Reasonably well played, though. Alright, let's go for mounting. If this can even contribute to a mount while he's in a trap. My guess is that it can. There we go. Yeah, that's good coordination. I'm only going to be doing one, but I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. That's very odd. He smashes his chin on the ground, and that actually tries to push me off, which is very odd. I'm very used to being able to use whatever it's called. It's look how much health I've lost. It's what is it again? It's that ability with the insect glaive as a hunter art to actually give yourself Golden Man. It's so fucking... I can't believe I've forgotten what it's called, but you know what it is anyway. Oh, fuck. Blue Sharpness. Again, it's a joke weapon, what can I say? It's a shame I don't have Adrenaline or something, or Heroics. Anyway. Or Ruthlessness would be good. That would be lovely. Is it? No, it's not Ruthlessness. What is it again? It's Resentment. That's what it's called. Oh fucking hell! I knew I was gonna get hit because I bounced off his fucking chin. I hate that. It's the worst thing about his chin. He turns to face you, and you're already in an attack animation. You hit the chin, and then because you're stuck in the deflection animation, you end up getting fucked. It's very frustrating. Okay. Okay. Is it just me, or did I lose my Golden Man super fucking fast just then? Felt like. Could always be wrong. Of course, these guys don't give a fuck that I don't have my cool drink. They probably haven't even noticed, and I quite frankly don't care. Don't get the fucking health thing. I don't want that. Yeah. Blue Sharpness really hurts with this monster, I'll tell you what. Hurts in the sense that I'm always bouncing and all that business. It's mainly the fact that I'm bouncing off the back spines. I don't like that at all. Keep away from that fucking face. See? Oh, that's so annoying. The way this weapon type attacks, so easy to hit that chin. Not impressive at all. That is the biggest issue of this hunt, is the fact that I'm bouncing stupidly on everything. Can you just stay in one fucking place? Thank you. I've been waiting for that. Knock down, get over there. There are long combos with the insect glaive, so it is easy to end up way off target when something like that happens, because you're just stuck in an attack animation and you can't really do anything. Okay. Almost, well, 50 minutes for one successful hunt. Awesome. Doing well, doing well. Okay. Lighting's fine. I don't really need to fix it. I was planning on doing that, but yeah, it's fine. It's quite alright. So I don't think this thing even gets... Oh no, it does get a sliver of white. Fucking filth abolisher. I hope you enjoyed that, because it hurts to use this thing. It is a funny weapon though. I mean, look at it. Very silly. They wouldn't appreciate it, but it's not for them. It's not for them. It's for you guys. So I hope you appreciated it. Anyway. That's Uragana. I don't actually fight too many Uragan monsters in this game. I think the main reason is because I never use his armor or his weapons. Any monster that you just don't use the armor or weapons of, you just don't fight many of them. So... It's like with Barioth. I never fight Barioth in this game. It's a shame. A lot of the tri-monsters I just don't fight in this game. I don't really fight Agnaktor. What else do I not fight? I never fight Ludroth. I don't even think Great Jaggy is in the game. What else have we got? Well, I do fight Laggy. Laggy is a frequent hunt. But yeah, just it's not... most of the tri-monsters I do not fight in this game. Not because I actively don't want to hunt them, it's just... yeah. I guess the tri-monsters I hunt the most would be Laggy and Devil Drone. Ooh, we've immediately got another quest on the board. What have we got? The old Razzle Dazzle. Well, here's hoping for a good weapon. Let's see what we've got. Not quite what I wanted. That's another water weapon. I'm gonna leave this room to use that because I can't. I can't fight Devil Joe and Rajan with a water greatsword. It's not happening. So let's find something weak to water again. Vulcanlos? No. Swagster. Let's join Swagster. Let's see what he's got going on. I'll give him a taste of my fish. We're about to use 2 fish weapons in this recording. The first, of course, was the Hairtail Blade, and now we're using the... whatever it is. Zephyrs Gladius or something like that. You'll see what I mean by fish if you don't know what it is. Zephyrs Gladius, okay. That's the fish. It's a giant spear tuna sitting on your back. And it was a little annoying to get. I hate these sorts of... I mean, most of the joke weapons to get are kind of annoying to get, I will mention, so... It did take a lot of time to get all these weapons, so keep that in mind. It's all for you. It's not for me, it's for you. It's not for the people I hunt with, it's for you. Swagster. I don't know where you are, but I hope you're around. Oh. It's never a good sign when they're just standing in the door like that. He's got a weapon that I have never really used. It is what I believe to be the Basarios longsword. It's probably a decent weapon. I mean, the stats look good. 330 attack, 26 fire. But I think it's got either bad sharpness or negative affinity, something like that. But even then, it's like the stats aren't even that good, even then, so maybe the sharpness and the affinity is fine, but because, again, 330 attack and 26 fire is not that great. So, yeah, so that's Ruthlessness. Yeah, I remembered that Ruthlessness was a mixed skill from For Ultimate, and I thought, yeah, that's not what I'm thinking of, it's Resentment. Ruthlessness, Resentment, similar. Not similar in definition, just similar in how they both start with R, I guess. You got 1 minute, Swagster. Again. Not the same guy, but we're doing it again. Giving people 1 minute to actually do something, at least. I mean, I guess I put all my eggs in one basket and was like, yeah, let's just join this random recruiting room. It's never a good sign when the person hasn't even taken the time to write a name for the room. Connection lost? Oh, fucking hell. So he just turned off his switch. What a prick. Anyway. Apuntate! Do you like my accent? Apuntate! Apuntate! And whatever the fuck this is. Turns. What's with the geometric shapes? What's the point of that? Do we want to join that? Well, we'll see what they've got on the book. I do forget that turns rooms are in a high... What's the word? Demand. Chill. Ends of the earth. I don't even know what the quest is, so hopefully it's something that will work with my... Ziphius Gladius. I think it's Crimson. Ends of the earth. It might be Crimson Fatalis. Maybe I'm thinking of the end times. Ends of the earth. Let's not. Let's not. Because I feel that you can see Ginger Pop was elegantly walking to see what my set was. I'm just going to take a quick look at what you have equipped. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, well, I'm gone, so fuck off. Recruiting. We've joined another recruiting room, but at least this one has 2 people as opposed to 1. Where's my fucking gin? Here it is. Why did I put it over here? Okay. What have we got? Ryuk, which is obviously a Death Note reference. I haven't seen many Death Note references in people's names in, like, what, well over 10 years. That's not to say that Death Note hasn't been popular in the last 10 years, it's just that I haven't personally seen any references. Usually people would, you know, name themselves L or Light Yagami, as opposed to Yagami Raito. Okay, what have we got? Sandblasting. Hey, that's a fucking monster that's weak to water. This is not a water weapon. Shit! Well, okay, what is Teostra's weakness to ice? I don't know what it is, but it's not good. I don't know if I want to do this. Teostra's not really weak to ice, it's water and dragon. Whatever. Hopefully no one looks and is like, this guy's on rank 700 and he's using an ice weapon on a Teostra. It just makes for awkward conversation. That's all. Oh, this guy is using the Lao Shanlang hammer. I have not seen that thing used in this game ever. I haven't even seen it since Unite, in fact. It's really odd. I used that hammer in Unite. It was my first Lao weapon that I ever made. It was alright. It looked weird. I never liked the design of it. It looked like a big pillow or a balloon or something. It just looked dumb, but anyway. Hey Ethan. I'll be done in the next hour I'll be done. And then we can finally play again. I just wanted to get this recording out of the way because I hadn't uploaded anything for 5 days, you know. So there you go. Honestly, the weapon looks a little better in this game, but yeah, it's still not great. It honestly looked like a pillow or something in Unite, I have to say. I'm sure it looked the same in Monster Hunter 1 as well. It's just I didn't play enough Monster Hunter 1 to actually, or first gen in general, to really bother with Lao Shanlang. There will come a time that I play more first gen, I can assure you, but it's a matter of self-respect. Like, it's actually infra dignitatum for me to bother even playing that game over anything else that I might want to play. Because, hurry. Why would you do a Pac-Man face? Was it a joke? That you wanted the person to hurry? Or is it one of these people that can't help but do a Pac-Man face whenever they talk? I know you guys are like, whoa, Doomly, what's the problem? Listen, I've got a fucking problem with Pac-Man face. I really do. I hate that fucking face. It's stupid. I have a friend who does it. He's from Malaysia. Unless you're from Malaysia or a similar country, you've got no fucking excuse to use the Pac-Man face. Anyway, I just hate it. It's stupid. It doesn't communicate anything. It's just... It's the dumbest fucking emoticon that's ever existed, okay? It's just... It's not even a face. Like, no human makes that face. And it doesn't communicate anything. It's just a pointless waste of symbols. It's just... Ugh. Makes me angry. Thanks for the ping. Fuck, I never would have known where Teostra would spawn if it were not for your ping, so... I forgot cool drinks again. I'm just gonna ping a few times. Hold on. Pointless ping. And then, of course, after all that, I don't have a cool drink, so... I'm the idiot. I'm not elementally effective, and I don't have a cool drink, so... The situation is less than ideal, I think you could say. I think you could say. But I've got a big fish. I'm swinging a big fish around, you know. Swinging a big fish around. I'm actually kind of shocked. I did get hit by that, actually. When Doom gets mad at pinging, I ping like 30 times. Well, you have to admit, Ethan, that, okay, maybe the first ping was okay, maybe that was fine, not a big deal. But then the second guy pings, it's like, what are you doing? I know the monster's there. I didn't even need the first ping because I can see that Ryuk is engaging a monster. It's quite clear. It's quite clear, actually. I don't know, but anyway. Thank God for high gradient plugs. I don't have focus for this greatsword, but I do have high gradient plugs, so at least we're not being interrupted with that charger. It's really not ideal that I'm already taking damage from the heat here, and then if I go close to his face, I'm also taking damage. Get ready to dive or not? Oh dear. This hunt is not for me. Let them live. Fuck them! Don't talk to me like that, Ethan. Don't take that tone with me. Let them live. Alrighty. Hey, keep away from that tail. We are safe here. Safe to go and charge. Hit in the head for some decent damage at least. Someone pinged for something, although I don't know what it was. Hopefully it wasn't a fucking trap. I wouldn't put it past these people, quite frankly. I really wouldn't. Of course, I'd like to hit the head as much as I can, but I have a greatsword here that does not have focus, so don't expect too much. Okay, that was not a head flinch. Oh! Ryuk fainted, which is a bad start. I'm gonna have to shield this. Had I tried to... Well, I could have actually used Absolute Readiness, but I hadn't identified that I had it at the time. Stop pinging, you fuckhead! What are you trying to say? Like, what are you trying to communicate right now? Are you trying to communicate that you're mentally retarded? Because you don't need to continue pinging, I've already established that. You know, I don't know what you're trying to do right now, but it's really pissing me off. You can stop pinging. I don't know if it's a joke, or if the guy's actually dumb, but I have, by the way, fought. B3 is running away. It's like, I can't do this. But, anyway. I'm here with a fucking tuner on my back, no cool drinks, and I'm not running away like a girl. Just fucking... get a grip. Rise is starting to look pretty okay, says Ethan. I don't know. I'm starting to become less and less enthused the more I see the wire bug, quite frankly. But I understand that there is more information about how the weapons operate now that they've had these uploads on YouTube through the official Monster Hunter YouTube channel, with all the weapons being used. But what that has done for me is it's just further instilled the reality within me that it's basically World for the Switch, but with a different gimmick, which kind of bothers me. But again, not going to fully judge the game before I've played it. Plot twist, it's me, I'm pinging. Yeah, well, that would be quite a plot twist. Ethan playing this game right now would be just an utter shock. I'd probably be sitting here paralyzed for the next 30 minutes if Ethan was here playing this game right now. That's how shocking that would be to me. But, not the fact that Ethan would have a character named Ryuk, but just the sheer fact that he'd be playing the game would be It would actually decimate my world paradigm. Anyway. I of course need to be very careful here because not only am I losing health constantly through a lack of cool drinks, but I've also got this greatsword that can't charge so much. The wire bug looks more like Hunter Arts. Well, I suppose so, but... If you've noticed, I don't really use Hunter Arts all that much. It's not a... Oh, okay, I've got to help these guys out. We are one feint from death. Or one feint from failure, I should say. Don't die. Oh, no one got hit by that, shockingly. It's always awkward when I'm sitting here just, you know, being up myself, but I'm not really contributing because I'm using a big fucking tuna fish. So, or spear tuna it's called. Stop jumping on me. Alright. But yeah, maybe Wirebug is fine, I don't know, I think my main frustration is that it really doesn't need to be there, but it's whatever. We will see what happens, we'll see what happens. Again, it's just first impressions, and one of the reasons why I didn't want to know more about the game before actually sitting down and playing it was precisely for the reason that I didn't want to judge it negatively before I had even played it. And that was the logic in my mind. So, here I am, actually learning more about the game against my better judgment, and actually feeling like I don't like the game, even though I've never played it. So, I need to try and keep myself open to the possibility that I will actually enjoy the game when I play it. It's just that, seeing what I've seen so far, and of course this has no bearing on it influences no other person except for me, because I have very specific needs when it comes to a Monster Hunter game. It seems. They shouldn't be specific needs, but they've become specific nowadays. It should be just the way people... Anyway, let's not go down that direction, but the point is that I am not enjoying what I'm seeing, but when it does come time to play the game, maybe it'll be alright. Maybe it will be. So... And the point is that most people are probably happy with what they've seen. They're probably sitting there creaming in their pants going, "Oh, I want to play it right now, it's so cool looking, oh my god." Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, oh, end me. Let me play it as soon as possible so I can at least make a clear decision, because right now I'm feeling pretty bad about it. So, we will have to see. Ooh. Did not... Well, I did actually get hit by the blast, but I was not hit by the claw, which is what's important. At least now that we're in this area, we are not. Well, I'm not taking damage from heat. Well, that's possible. That's what I was hoping, Ethan. I'm glad that you're so optimistic. I suppose I was hoping for something totally different to World, but that obviously wasn't going to happen because the changes introduced in World as compared to 4th generation were 5th generation changes. I assumed that that's how it was going to be, and then I saw it for myself and realised, shit, I'm actually not that happy with this. It's little things like the way the bowgun operates, the way it feels to move my character in the game. I don't like it. But, again, maybe I'll be fine with it. I think, especially armor skills, like the things that I hated the most about World were things like bowgun mechanics, greatsword mechanics, the skill system, the way the game basically wipes your ass, makes you feel good about what you're doing even though you might be doing the entirely wrong thing, so you don't actually learn anything, you're just sitting there like an actual retard, thinking that you're doing great when you're actually not. The whole idea being that people who don't know what they're doing need to also feel like they're included, when actually it should be a case of they learn how to play the game, then they start enjoying what they're doing. That's just the nature of Monster Hunter, but now we have a different concept of the nature of Monster Hunter because we're all so utterly hypnotized by the beautiful animation. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Oh. Meanwhile, your weapons look like dick? I don't know. I think the weapon designs look better in Rise, probably. I don't think they would make the same mistake twice, but it is Capcom. We'll see what happens on that front. But they will not have fixed armor skills, Ethan. They might have fixed balancing issues, possibly, but the way that they work will be the same from what I can guess, just based on the fact that you are given a talisman as a pre-order item. So I think, you know, if talismans work the same as world, they're probably going to work the same. Well, the skills are probably going to work the same is the point. So, we'll see what happens. But the point is, and I've established my point. Oh, if he didn't ping, I would have been so lost. I would have been so lost. Alright. Parry that, you casual, said... What the fuck? Let's all just ping. They know how annoying the pinging is, at least for some people. Alright, I'll help you out, Ryuk, you fucking pinging fool. You're in trouble, are you? This Yeet boy, his name would indicate, but he's got some very strange shouts. Oh, that's a sleep? That's really weird. Someone must be using a sleep weapon. Who's using a sleep weapon? We don't have a gunner here. Who's got the sleep weapon? Is it Yeet boy? Is that a sleep weapon? Oh yeah, that looks like Malfestio or something. It's very odd. Okay. Looks a little combo-y. Yeah, I don't know. I will definitely record the demo for my channel. And I will give you guys my... In fact, I will play it live. I will play it live. I've never done that before. Usually if I were to do such a thing, it wouldn't be live. But I will do it live so you can get my live first impressions of it. And I think some people will click on that video expecting me to get all excited because they might not know me. They might not even watch a video of mine and then, ever and then have that be their first experience. And then meanwhile, I'm sitting there going, this entire design is fucking shit and I cannot believe that they're insulting our intelligence by bringing it into the Monster Hunter series. And they're going to go, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? Because no one else would be doing that. But that's not to say that I'm special. It's just to say that I have specific tastes that not many other people seem to share. But anyway. Let's see what weapon we get next. Hopefully something that's not elemental so I can use it against any monster without having to worry that I am using just the wrong element. We're playing the whole story live. Well, that's very, very optimistic of you, Ethan, but I don't think that will be happening. And I will explain to you why. Okay. B3. B3? Are you kidding me? I don't want to fight this. Actually, then again... What? I think this is going to be an interesting conversation between these guys. Yeet, you are a... whatever the fuck that is. What? Oh, he got kicked. That's funny. Because I was going to say, why would he go why and then leave? But no, he was kicked, obviously. Ryuk is kicking Yeet Boy, and yet I'm the one who said pointless ping. I guess it was because Yeet Boy had that shout that said parry that, you casual. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, so let's go and pick our next weapon. Hammergeddon. Fire weapon. What are we hunting? Oh, shit! So... That's so frustrating. Again, I'm getting all elemental weapons today, and that's causing issues. There are a lot of weapons that I have that do not have an element, or at the very least are status or raw, but... I'm getting all the elemental weapons today. Here's Hammergeddon. Then I'm leaving. Because I'm not fighting that fucking weapon. Alrighty. Ethan. It's a little awkward, but... Oh. I'm getting a call. I can't respond to the call right now. Oh. I actually received a call from the person later on, which is a little awkward, isn't it? I'll respond to that person with a text. But yeah, the reason why we're not going to stream that live, Ethan, at least not the entirety of the story, we will definitely do stuff live. We're going to do that. That's obviously going to happen, but I do have a friend who I recently got into Monster Hunter. He has only played Generations Ultimate. He's a good friend of mine. And because he's the first person that I ever brought into Monster Hunter, I brought him in with myself in something of a, I guess, tutoring role. Like, I've sort of really shown him everything, and I feel responsible for his Monster Hunter experience, and I would like to play the game with him in the way that we would probably play it, you and I, if he were not in the picture. It's not a matter of favoritism, it's just a matter of, you know, he's someone that I want to nurture as a Monster Hunter player, and I'd love to, you know, get his first impressions. And I'm not going to play it for the channel, it's going to be in the... I'm being distracted by text now. But yeah, the idea is that I've never had a person to mentor in the series before. Like, I've been playing the series for 11 years, and I've always wanted to mentor someone, like a friend. And I finally found that person, and I'd like to play through the game with him, because he's going to do exactly what you're doing, Ethan. Actually, he's oh, I see how it is. Yeah, he's actually doing the same thing as you. He's doing a PhD at the moment, and he's going to take like 3 weeks off or something like that. But again, whenever I'm not hunting with him, I will definitely. And he has a different time zone. He's in Europe, so there will definitely be times when he's asleep. Like, that'll be... Like, right now, he'd be asleep, for example. He'd be... Like, it wouldn't be a big issue, but... We're not going to be going... I'm not going to have my first experience going through the story be with Ethan. We're definitely going to play together. And we'll be doing that a lot. But it's not going to be me going... We're not going to be going through it side by side, doing everything together. Ethan and I. So, that is the regrettable situation. How much longer am I going to be streaming for? I'll say 40 minutes. Give you a call in 40 minutes. I do not like to be difficult to contact, but, you know, when I'm live, I can't really be sitting here on the phone like, yeah, what's going on, yeah? Because I'm trying to, you know, record things for people. Okay, Najrala. You're not weak to fire. Calvo, what the fuck is Calvo? Pratima. Pratima? What a nice name. Ron Vanden. You're not going to be alone, Ethan. As I said, we're definitely going to play it together a lot. I just mean it's not going to be the side-by-side, I'll play through the game with you in that way. Which isn't really going to affect too much, to be honest. What have we got? The boiling, broiling desert. That's not going to work so well with a fire weapon, is it? Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, isn't it? It's funny because the reason why Sam wouldn't want to do it is because he's got his big community or whatever the fuck. But me, I just have this one specific friend that he's finally someone I can mentor, and I just like to experience it with him, you know. And he never played World, so I'd love to just talk to him about all the changes that have happened since World, and like why everything is the way it is, like what's different from World, the game that he's never played, and all of that. But, yeah. Hyper and Elder. Wyvern Lit Evening. I don't even remember what that quest is. High rank? Fuck off. Turnos EX. Alright, Mr. Taco. Turns. Castle on the Run? Hey! No. Why did I read that as Cam Farm, as in short for chameleons? I'm blind, obviously. I was thinking, hey, that's a monster that's weak to fire. Key Quest G4. Devil Joe Hunt? No. Red Helm? No. Omsa person? What? Sss. Okay. Share the load and the reward. What? Oh, it's Elder J. Oh, he has a friend named Duo who he's playing with. I see. I bet he's from Team Dark Side. Is that what they're called? Something like that. But yeah, it's just one of those situations where you either play as a big group or you select that one person. And the only reason why I'd play with him as opposed to you is again because of that whole mentor situation. Oh, suck me. Actually, these two? Yeah, that's fine. They were the same two people from before. I just remember I recognized Elder J, but the other guy was there too. It's fine. Amatsu help? No, I'm not doing Amatsu with a fucking hammer, that's not happening. Solcia, not weak to fire. It's becoming very difficult to use these weapons, I have to say. Actually, Valstrax is weak to fire, let's do it. Let's do it. He's weak to everything, really. Except for Dragon, yeah. He's not weak to Dragon, but he's weak to all other elements equally. But you don't want to hit his head when he... What? Why are you soloing a fucking Grimclaw in a Valstrax room? You miserable cunt. I guess he was... Oh. Okay. Yeah, he's probably in a quest with a guy and he got abandoned or whatever. Let's hurt? I'm assuming you mean let's hunt, but let's hurt means something a little different. Help, please, happy face. Cute happy face. Grim tidings. What's that again? Isn't that a Cantor? Fuck off. Amatsu help. Eventor! Okay. Depends on the event. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, I got a response. A text response. Oh yes. I received an affirmative. Transmitting data, if you could. Yeah, I wouldn't want to impose on you. Come on. Fucking video games. LSR and Maruka. Puerto Rico says Maruka. Fucking tacos, man. Well, we'll see what we've got. I think I've lined myself up for a quest that may or may not be good to use a fire weapon with, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's on for the young and old now. Espanol. They don't talk like that. Well, I'd rather Spanish than Chinese, because at least Spanish is in an alphabet that I can fucking read. Whereas Chinese is like a bunch of stuff. If you could post quests, that would be delightful. Actually quite delightful, I would say. Di que parte? That sounded more French, honestly. I can't fucking speak Spanish, clearly. Clearly. In case you didn't fucking know. De Valencia. That sounded Italian. Yeah. I'm gonna start. Look at this guy. He powered his way in and was like, do my urgent now. Do it now. I need this monster killed. Help. Well. Yeah, let's check this out. Runs in. Posts his quest. Help. And LSR joins her. Wow. You shouldn't be encouraging these people to play like this. I'm not doing this. No thank you. No thank you. What's going on? Yes. Hurry up and get me to this screen. I don't want to sit there looking at nothing. Let's hurt. Well, you're hunting Zenoga, which is not weak to fire. Coots? What? Ginger Pop. Oh, that's right. It's the chill room with Squee. Let's see how chilled out it is. I think I joined it before and they were doing... I think it was Shargodu, wasn't it? I think I'm remembering the right room. We'll see. What are we doing today? It is Ma'am, is the name of that person. Okay. I will wait patiently to see that it will be a quest that I don't want to do, most likely. No, that's fine. Relax, dude, mate. Downtime is happening right now. You can't escape it. Ooh! I just had a flash in my mind. I need to buy cool drinks. Let's do that. Finally. We'll do that. Fucking finally. Okay. Just post your quest, please. But yeah, I'm going to do a shitload of hunting with purpose recordings for Monster Hunter Rise, and I think Ethan will be joining me for basically all of them, would be my guess, unless he just doesn't happen to be around when I record them, but yeah, we'll be doing a lot of hunting together. That will be happening. You think I have so much patience, don't you? I know you do. I know you think that. Ginger Pop. What's yours, sir? Ah! My goodness. Okay, that's fine. It's an easy monster, so I can be elementally ineffective. That is quite alright. I can live with that. I've got big slices of ham on a bone on my back, so at least I've got that going for me. You're maining Sword and Shield again? I could do something like that. I remember when I first played World, I didn't realise that the Greatsword was going to suck ass, so I was using the Greatsword. It's rather bright now. Come on. The cicadas outside are being really fucking noisy, which is a little concerning. Okay, so I'm going to take a map because I'm here, may as well take it. But yeah, I might have to do Sword and Shield or something like that. Just, I think Sword and Shield would be a good weapon type to use. I could do the same. There's nothing else that I would really want to gravitate towards. Like, again, first time I'm playing a Monster Hunter game, generally I would do Greatsword or something, but I know what it's going to be like, and I know I'm not going to like it, so... I mean, Greatsword isn't terrible with 5th generation style, but I can live without it. Oh, good. I don't need drastic changes across the 5th gen games. I mean, it is still 5th gen, so... You know what's really going to piss me off? If anyone ever says, it's not 5th generation, dude, like, I'm going to fucking scream. I'm going to fucking scream. Of course it's 5th generation, shut up. Doesn't matter that they've dropped the word from the iterations. The only reason why they dropped 5th generation from the naming scheme of the games is because no one playing Rise or World gives a fuck about the series. So, yeah, that's why they got rid of it. It's practically a reboot, so yeah, why would they indicate that there were 4 generations prior to World and Rise? They give about as much of a fuck as... yeah, I don't even have a point of comparison, really. Hit that tail. That's a mount. I'll get around the head. If I can. Good. Okay, I'm gonna run out of fucking stamina at this point. We'll go for a triple pound. This is gonna be done with pretty quickly. Alright. And when I say done with pretty quickly, I mean the monster's not gonna last long because it's a weak, low-level G-rank monster and we're basically beating on him. Yeah, check that out. Well, that is the Hammergeddon, everyone. It's 5th and a half? Oh my god. I'm sorry. 5th and a half. Okay. Yeah, it's actually 4 3/4 generation. Exactly, a lot of people don't even realize there were Monster Hunter games before World. That's what I mean by the fact that it's basically a reboot, because the people who got on board with World basically don't care about anything that came before. And it's not because they're dumb, it's because they're dumb. Oh, you're so funny, dude. No, but the point is that mainstream gamers don't give a fuck, so it's all about the newest thing and everything that came before is outdated. Why would I play that? I mean, it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to realize that the newest game isn't necessarily the best one. It's kind of logical? I don't know. Let's not get into that rant. I tend to get into that rant all the time. You can probably hear the fucking cicadas, they're so damn loud. I can't really control them. But anyway. I'll do one more hunt, how about that? I'm not even going to take it to 2 hours. Let's do one more hunt. That'll do. Oh, I'm very close to a hunter rank up. Hallelujah. Alrighty. Wonder what our next hunt will be. I'll spin the roulette. What have we got? We've already used that weapon, so we will spin again. Toxic Cactus, that's a weapon that I can use regardless of the hunt, really. Connection lost. Was I kicked for using that weapon? Wow. Imagine kicking me for using a joke set against a fucking Tetsukabra. A monster that really doesn't need a proper loadout to fight, because he's a weak G-rank monster. Okay. I didn't even say, I mean, shockingly, I didn't say anything to them this time. And they kicked me. There's nothing really to say, it's a fucking Tetsukabra. Okay. Garo event. I can't remember the monster. I'm not gonna join it. Come hunt. Okay. Seeing as though you asked. Oh. Your friend, when he saw you playing Generations Ultimate, said, "Is this a Monster Hunter clone?" You nearly lost a friend and a Switch that day due to wanting to lodge it into his skull. Yes. In fact, if someone said that to me, I'd probably actually lose my shit. So, I'm not doing a capture quest. I know you want me to do one, but it's not happening. Not you, but I mean them. It's not fucking happening. Red Helm? What? No. Old Razzle Dazzle? No. Recruit. That's not how you spell recruit. Elixir. Glauby. Glauby. What a name. Hey, milkshake. The rare milkshake appears in the wild once again. Okay. Hyper Spider. So Hyper Nocilla, basically. Hyper Spider. I mean, it's funny because it's both unspecific and specific at the same time, because there's nothing else that could really be described as Hyper Spider in the game. We could do Hyper Spider. Why not? Why not? So yeah, this will be the last hunt, so we'll see what happens. I don't think I've ever used a hammer on an Ursula before. I may very well have, but it's been a long time. And I would have only done it a handful of times ever. So I'm not really expecting to do incredibly well. We'll see what happens. Yes, I know you've got kids to take care of now. I have heard the story. I'm sorry. Well, I shouldn't apologise for the fact that you have less free time, because no doubt that was a choice. I shouldn't even go there, should I? But I hope you're enjoying your new life. And you'd best get used to it. Because that's the thing. Well, I would certainly prefer that you raise your children than watch me. Imagine that. If there's a choice between raising your children and watching me, I would certainly encourage you to do the former. Yo's or the lobby's bout to fade. K. I'm going to say K just because I don't have time to type anything else. It's interesting because generally you wouldn't have that happen in this game, because in 3 Ultimate, for example, when a lobby is closed, you'll be kicked. It technically happens here, but it's not the same, because in 3 Ultimate you have to actually reconnect to the online, and it takes a little while. And by a little while, I mean maybe 10 seconds as opposed to it being instantaneous here in this game. So, yeah, it's a little strange to see someone letting me know in this game, but whatever. Normaland Hyper. What? More recruiting. Okay, what are you guys doing? Your kids are knocked out after eating 2 Happy Meals, I see. 2 Happy Meals each? That's the way to knock them out. Or just throw the toy at their head. Sorry, I don't imagine that. That was a rather crass joke. I don't hate children, I'm morbid, I have morbid humour. I'd probably take care of my Pokemon more than my kids. Well, I agree, Potato, you had best not be having children. I'd actually almost plead on bended legs for you to not have children. Okay, so I think we are ready to go. What even is this? What are we hunting? Oh. Well, that's right, this is poison, so I'm actually not going to be using the wrong element. We do have status, so we should be alright. Okay. Come on, Jackie boy. Don't be holding up the team now. Where is Jackie boy? Thanks, says Ultra. What? Thank you too, I guess. Old Jackie boy. You're pushing it, Jackie boy. Let's get moving, come on. Yeah, you've got a 30-80 and even less time to play games. That's always how it works, isn't it? Oh, Jackie boy's eating. Oh my god, Jackie boy. Now let's get moving. It's a miracle you were not left behind, quite frankly. It's a credit to Mystic's patience, I suppose. I don't know, I think I've run Skyrim at 120 or above. I think I've run Skyrim way over 60 and I haven't had issues before. I do agree that Bethesda's retarded, but I don't think I've run into issues going beyond 60 FPS personally. Oh, that's a little annoying, isn't it? I can't use Sharpness plus 2 with this weapon, which kind of makes it look stupid that I've got a blanked out skill, but again, this is a generic armor set that is designed to be used with all these weapons, so it is what it is. What are we hunting again? We are hunting... Oh, Cyanotol, yes. I realised because his icon was put on the screen when Ultra discovered him. Let's get moving. Doing a gun build, okay. Good old Skyrim. Skyrim with guns, isn't that Fallout? Ooh. So, again, we have a poison weapon here, so we don't have to worry about not being effective. Well, I mean, maybe some don't agree that poison is good, but I feel that poison is quite alright. Whether or not the crabs are resistant or weak to them, I cannot really say, but I think we'll do alright. Resistant or vulnerable was the term I was looking for. Let's get that face. Don't you hit me out of it. I couldn't even finish the sentence and I was hit out of my golf swing, of course. Oh dear. I may very well have a mod that makes it so that uncapping the frame rate is okay. I mean, maybe it is on 60. I just remember checking an FPS counter while playing Skyrim and I think it was well over 120. So, I don't know, I never had issues with physics. The only issues I've ever had with Skyrim have been things like Whiterun going retarded occasionally. Just the basic bugs like that. I haven't had the physics shit itself. So, I'm not too sure. Maybe I do have a mod of some kind. If it's... I mean, you would think that such a thing would be... If it did exist, you would think that it would be included in the unofficial patch or whatever they call it for Skyrim. I mean, I have Skyrim Special Edition if that makes a difference. Maybe that's what it is. So I don't have the original Skyrim, I have Special Edition. And it was only, I think in 2017 when they finally got SKSE 64. Took a while. Ooh. So, you know, finally got Sky UI and all of that. I mean, I was always gazing in envy at those using Sky UI in the original version. And then, oh, I can use Sky UI now. Suck it. Well, now I say, as of 3 years ago. I just haven't played Skyrim recently. I think it was 3 years ago. I think it was like April 2017 or something like that. Something like that. When SKSE 64 came around, finally. Whether or not it's even worth owning the special edition, I couldn't really say. Probably not. I just happened to get it. I just got it and didn't really think about it. Didn't even think about mod support. But there's enough people playing the special edition apparently to result in plenty of community mods for the special edition. Can't wait to play Skyrim on your Apple Watch one day. I'm surprised you can't already. Saving up for a PS5 for the kids. Their first game will be Demon's Souls. There you go. Raise them well. Raise them well. Oh. Get that uppercut to the face. And he's dead. Again, that's going to be my last turn. I'm not going to do 2 hours, I'm not. If you don't feel like doing it, you don't do it. That's the key. But, yeah, I am glad that Special Edition has a lot of mods. It's technically less than the original Skyrim version, but the thing is, there's a lot of crap as well out there, so I think if you were to just strictly look at the number of mods that were available, you would find that while Special Edition has less, technically, I think that all of the really good ones you would ever want are available for Special Edition, whereas the crappy ones that you probably wouldn't want are going to be for the original version only, so yeah. And even some crappy ones that I've happened to want still work with Special Editions, so that's what I've come to realise. The biggest thing was SKSE 64, that was the biggest thing. Of course there was a huge disparity before SKSE 64, but now that that's out, sky's the limit basically. So, of course, I should say the full thing. Skyrim script extender. So, there you go. Hunter rank 705. We increased in one. We went up 1 hunter rank in this recording. Great. Okay, so that'll be it for this recording, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first recording in quite some time of Joke Weapon Roulette. It's not going to be a super regular series being uploaded on my channel, but hope you enjoyed it either way. But yeah, next time I record it will probably be. I'm going to try to have it be less than one. Excuse me, more frequent than one per month. I meant to say less frequent than one. Less infrequent than one per month. I have very complicated ways in which I communicate my thoughts, clearly. But anyway, I will try to do more than one per month, but no promises there. Definitely a minimum of one per month if I can manage it. But yeah, we will see what happens. I do thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Yeah, Merry Christmas, I suppose. I'm not much of a Christmassy person, but yes, I will give you your Merry Christmas. And I'll see you when I'm next recording, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Not for this game, but something else, if you are interested in joining. Catch you guys later.